We will share to here. Hello, I am live talking to myself per normal. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Why is this got speaker? I don't need this to have a speaker.
Here are some results from a search.
No, I didn't say anything. I'm gonna be talking to myself all day. Oh, turn volume down. There we go. Now I'm here and I can see chats. See if anybody's in. I think I only got me in. We will see what happens. See, on this view, I don't see the bar, but right here, I see the bar. Okay. Totally bit better. Make sure chat's working. No, it says home, so that's us. That makes sense. So I switched it to home. Okay. Hello and welcome in. We will see what we got going. I don't know what I'm doing. So you want to do is come into tarot room and here's the person go, I don't know what I'm doing. Perfect. I should do a live with all of my flowers near us. See if we can get a Whispers of Healing. It's 9:30. I usually do these earlier, but I don't. It hasn't been my luck. Oh, I need to do videos too. I need to do shorts. I probably need to do other videos. I don't know. It's not working right. I need to ruminate. I should get the card out, the thing out, and read what ruminate means. See, I wish I could zoom. That's way too close. Sorry if you're in here. I just realized now I have two people, so there's more than just me in here. If you were watching and I just jammed that card right up on you, I am very sorry. I pulled that just collectively for now, so I'm going to read what it means because this card is actually, ruminate is an awesome one, and this deck has some very interesting meanings, and they're just a lot. Number 18, ruminate. Take note of how you take on the energy around you. Do you tend to immerse yourself in unconstructive energy? Are you taking responsibility for a situation that really has nothing to do with you? Do you hold yourself in reproach for circumstances you have no control over? This might include feeling somehow responsible for the inclement weather or someone else's bad mood. It makes no sense, yet you feel you played a role in it. Are you spending an unwarranted amount of time thinking about other people's situations? Self-examination is one way of identifying whether you are engaged in negative thinking. Negative thinking can manifest in harmful self-talk or viewing yourself disapprovingly. You may do this without being aware of it. It can be done through self-deprecating humor that invites others to laugh at your expense. You may put others above you. You might give a place, an opportunity, or something you rightfully earned to someone else. You may apologize constantly, which can lower your energy. It may seem that you are ashamed of your presence in certain situations. You might be addicted to negative situations or participate in gossip. Be honest as you reflect on where you may be taking on negative energy. Decide to make changes for the better. However, one quick thing on this, I would like to say that apologizing excessively is not good, but taking responsibility for your actions and apologizing when it is deserved, like when you should, when you do have made an error that affects other people or even made an error that affects yourself, is a good thing. We have recently as a society started taking on this need to like saying sorry or apologizing is bad. It's not. It is an important step in taking responsibility for your own actions, which we do need to do. If you have in fact ran into a person, you should in fact apologize. And if you have done something that warrants an apology, you should do that. And I don't like this thing that we've done where we don't take responsibility for our behaviors and our actions. Instead, we think that everybody else should just accept. And some of it's that like take up space. Yes, take up your space, but you don't have to do so in a way that harms other people. And if you have intentionally or unintentionally harmed someone, you should in fact apologize. Okay, sorry, that's my own little rant. A flautist plays as her thoughts encircle her. This card depicts the thoughts and situations that are crowding your psyche. The people reflect the drama you have allowed to become absorbed in. Yourself to become absorbed in. The green above and behind the flautist's head denotes an ability to heal your thoughts. The birds, stars, and flowers portray growth, healing, love, blessings, and connection to self. If you find you are thinking something, find a distraction to help you move overthinking something. Find a distraction to help you move forward. Music is a wonderful way to quiet your mind. Oh, hi Jackson. What are we doing? Are you saying hi to everyone? But, so yes, over apologizing, not good. But apologizing when you should is good. And the aspect of like you've ran into someone and they should have allowed you to take up space is not necessary because they get to take up space too. And so it's just have manners and take responsibility. If you do something, be willing to take responsibility for it. It's kind of an important thing. That is my own rant. I will be done ranting now. Hello, kitty cat. How can I help you? Do you want to read the cards today, Jackson? You want to be the tarot reader? You are not usually the one that comes over here. I'm surprised. Do you want outside? This is not by the door, but... Hey, hey, hey. Don't no! We are not chewing on my boxes. No! Sorry. Hi, Azaz. How are you? Okay. This cat. Apparently, he thinks we should get... Should we get one of these? Is that why you were chewing on its box? Should we get a Secret Woods? You're like, no, I really don't care. Should we get a Secret Woods tarot? Shall we? Should we get a Secret Woods oracle card then? Hello and welcome in. I have been, I'm hanging in there. I am hanging in there. I don't know. Hanging in is the best way to describe it. Been better works too. I'm going with hanging in. Not sure what at all it's been going on. Let's get a Secret Woods, shall we, Jackson? Seeing how you decided to bite my box. Let's see which one we get today. Ooh, I like this. Ally. Be present in another's life. I'm going to read the book's one on this. Be present in another's life. The carnivorous plants have made the land unlivable for the cricket people. The ally must leave on a dangerous journey aboard the aerial steam carriage to search for a safe place for his family. A deeper look. The people whom you love the most, really, Jackson, you don't need my coffee, in your life deserve the very best you can give them. Company. Okay, hold on. Sorry. This cat. Jackson, you are making it really, really, really hard to do this, sweetheart. Go play. Oh, your message was retracted. You took your message away. I missed it. Okay, sorry about that. This cat. The people whom you love the most in your life deserve the very best you can give them. Check in to see if you can keep them company or help out in some way. It will mean so much. There might be only one person in your life whom you give this energy to, or there might be 20. Either way, it is vitally important that you leave space in your heart to care for other people. All right, kitty. Do you want outside? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Come on, Jackson. Okay, I will be right there. I just got to open the front door. There you go. Go for it. Go. You want to go see what's out there? Go see. There you go, buddy. Okay. Hello and sorry, I'm back. Be present and show your love. And sometimes showing your love is simply like it says, being present, checking in on your people, letting them know. And I have personally found when you check in on other people and to let them know that you care and just to make sure that they're okay, you feel a little bit better too. It reminds you that you have people, not only that you're there for, but are there for you. All right. Now, hopefully, I won't have as many cat distractions. Let's see. We're going to go with this deck first. Do I have water? Oh, I do. Yay. Hello and welcome in. I'm kind of just shuffling my cards and seeing what messages I get. And man, that cat drools so much. All right. Angels, guardians, guides, spirit, universe. What messages do you have for me to put out here right now? What messages is there for me to put out right now? Five of Cups. Knight of Pentacles. Nice. Okay. Where did you go? I saw you flip Three of Hearts. Ew. No, not taking that one. That was me, not the deck. Ooh. Aw, this card is bent. What's funny is the Whispers of Healing card that we got was Ruminate, which talks a lot about taking on negative energy and negative thought processes and overthinking. And then the very first card out here is Five of Cups, which is looking at the negatives, focusing on the negatives, and not realizing you have two cups right here. You have offers coming in and you have two positives. It's living in the dumps and being down because you're just not seeing the positive sides. We've been getting a lot of that message lately. But I think right now, just in general with life, it's really easy to do that. However, yesterday was the first day of spring, if you're here. Otherwise, it might be the first day of fall or around the fall time, depending on what side of the world you're on. But it's a change of seasons. And with the change of seasons is a great time for us to work on changing our mindset. And I love that for us because those of us that are going into spring, sometimes it's easier to notice the blooms around you and use that to help you remember to see the positive. And remember that something that's been dormant all winter long is starting to grow now and is getting new life, fresh new leaves, and we can all have that happen for us. So we've got some positive things coming in that we're not seeing. In the case of Five of Cups, it usually means they're there. We're just not noticing it. Our backs turned to it. We're not looking at it. Knight of Pentacles. Got some good financial and stable offers coming in. Some good things working. Putting in work and reaping rewards for it. Some good stuff coming in. Three of Swords. You've had heartache. Probably still some pain coming that we are dealing with, that we're trying to heal from. That could even be why we're in the Five of Cups, due to the Three of Swords, the overall exhaustion and pain that we're moving from. But we've got Sun coming out and Three of Cups, which is celebrations. So it's actually a great combination because truthfully, you have the equal amount of, you've got 3 positives and 2 negative cards. So it's more than that. But everything in life is a yin yang. There's always a balance, and you've got to be able to balance your pain and realize that there's always something to be negative about, but there's also always something to be positive about. And when you focus in on the negatives, then you see more of them. But if you focus in on the positives, you see more of the positives. And I'm not saying this on the toxic level of don't acknowledge your negatives. No, do. Acknowledge that they're there. Acknowledge your pain, but also don't live there permanently. Be like, yes, this situation sucked and hurt and it was not fun, but I am growing from it. I'm going to take my lessons and leave it behind. I'm going to move forward. Because you do have to move forward. You have to let it heal. You can't just keep picking the scab. If you keep ripping the scab off to look inside, it's just going to not heal. It's going to keep getting worse. You gotta let it heal. And it looks like we've got lots of fun and lots of other things coming forward. The sun, I love that the sun is right there, especially as, like I said, it's we're coming into spring, and it's almost like we're moving into the time that things are going to start blooming and stuff. Which I say that because if you look, hi Rora, at my sun card, it's got the sunflowers and it's very summer, springy and summer feel. Summer's not my favorite time of year. I don't mind spring. I do love the flowers and I love the fresh produce and stuff from summer, but I like the darker days of winter personally. Which is, again, I gotta focus on the good. See? Focus on the good and we'll go into happier times. Let's see what else we have. My cards are sticking to my table. Man, I am all over the place today. Let's see what else we've got going here. I am going to pick a different deck, but I wanted to shuffle this a little bit here. I think we're going to do with Cozy Witch next. Let's see what messages I get with this deck. Spirit, angels, guardians, guides, universe. What messages do you have for me to put out right now? What messages are there? Patient Witch, which is also a Hanged Man one. I love it in this because it shows the importance of patience. 3 of Pentacles. Okay. 10 of... Ooh! I like this. All right. Patient Witch, number 12. Learn to get comfortable with sitting still whenever necessary. Means that things are coming. It's time to take a little bit of a break. You got to sit still. You've got to continue putting in the work that you've been putting in. Continue doing what you've been doing and give the effort you're doing time to manifest. Give what you're doing time to come to fruition. Kind of like, I'm going to use spring references again. I'm sorry, but you've planted your seeds, you've put your plants in, you've planted the seeds, you continue watering them, and they're in the soil, and you water them when it starts to dry. You don't give up on them. You give them time. You have to have patience. And with that patience, you'll start to see the sprouts. And then the more love and effort you put into it, the more it grows and the more it grows. But you have to have patience. Get comfortable and get right with yourself with sitting still. Remember that things don't just happen that fast. Trust me, I hate that they don't. I am giving this lecture to myself as well. We have to have patience and give everything time to move forward. 3 of Pentacles. What's that saying? Teamwork makes the spell work is what this deck says. 3 of Pentacles. Be willing to work together. Know when you need to work together. Put effort in. Accept help with others. Work together with people. I don't know what you're working on, but if you're working in a group with something, it takes teamwork to work with something. And then 10 of Pentacles. Having it all looks different to everyone. I refer to this card as my daughter's card in this deck. Not in every other deck, but in this deck particularly. Because this, in this deck, this is my daughter's heaven. At least her current heaven, her current idea of heaven would be this. Sitting at the top of some stairs surrounded by all the cats. All the cats. In her case, it would really be all the animals ever. She would just have them all. But that having it all looks different to everyone. Your goal, what you want in life, is going to be different than what somebody else wants in life. And even your kid, what your kid wants in life, what their happiness is going to be different than what you think it should be. They're going to have a desire to have something different, and even maybe a friend or another loved one, and that's okay. And it's okay if what your happiness, maybe your happiness isn't the 2-car garage with the 3 kids or the 2 kids and the husband. Maybe your happiness is a cottage in the woods with no neighbors and you and your cats, or you and all the other animals, or a garden, or maybe it's having a ranch somewhere, or like your happiness might not be the same as somebody else's, and that's okay. And you need to strive for your happiness. You need to strive for yours, and you need to let others strive for theirs. But you need to be patient because you've already been putting in work, and you need to keep putting in your work, but don't give up on it. And also, it's not just about not giving up. It's also, don't get angry that it hasn't happened yet. Don't get all mad that it isn't coming right away. Realize that it's going to take time, and it's okay that it takes time, and that you have to put the work in and you have to give it time. And the 3 of Pentacles, again, it's that teamwork. You've got someone somewhere that you've got to be willing to work with. I don't know if it's a spouse, I don't know if it's a friend or other loved one, but you got to be putting work in with someone and be a good team member. Don't just be an angry, begrudging team member. Be a happy team member. Be willing to help them where they need help and be willing to accept their help as well and work together in a way that's beneficial for all of you. And be okay with their happiness looking a little bit different than your happiness, and your happiness being yours. We're all allowed that. And it takes all kinds. Hello and welcome in. Thank you for being here. I keep having people pop in and pop out. I don't know what that means. It means I'm not as active today, but that would be my own fault, right? Like, I did that to myself, I guess. Because I chose to not, I haven't been active the past several days. That's okay. Hi, welcome in. Thank you for being here. I'm just kind of pulling cards and doing some stuff. If you stick around, messages might be for you. Also, donations are greatly appreciated, but they're not required at the moment. Just hang out. Say hi, like the video. I like talking to people. Let's see, what deck? I haven't done this one. Let's see what this one has for me. Angels, guardians, guides. What messages do you have? I've noticed that people will like come in and I'll be able to like talk, stick around, and I'm sure that they think that I'm trying to use their views, but unless I open my live to a public, well, it is public right now, but when I get off, it goes to private, and it doesn't count in my views for some reason, which is unfortunate, actually. I guess I could open it, and then if I leave it as public, then it would count. Talking to myself again. Whoa. Man, 5 of Wands. Those ego. Wow, this deck is shooting everywhere. I will not take none of these flipped anyways. 5 of Wands. Ego and pride, but battles. It's some conflicts. Who's having conflicts? Who of us is having conflicts and why? Let's see what else there is. Nope, that's me. This deck is being extra funny. Who is having... But the 5 of Wands battles are like the ego battles and the pride battles and some... Oh, huh. Chariot and strength flipped over right there. So... What's coming in? What is this chariot? Because if you're telling me ego battles are coming in, I'm not going to be happy. I don't want to have pointless battles that don't mean anything. Right now, we've got 5 of Wands, Chariot, Strength, Mother of Swords, which is Queen of Swords, and Hermit. And I want a little bit of clarification on this Chariot. I love this Strength card. I'm going to pull it up and show it to you guys in a second after Ace of Cups. Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay. This message is making a tad bit more sense now. Okay. All right. I needed to get a tad bit more clarification because the first set, it made sense, but it didn't like, I needed to know what the Chariot was before I could get more. Before I completely got it, because I wasn't sure. Which is me, not. But pride and ego battles and conflicts, and this is reading a lot like being used to that. There is a lot of that. There has been a lot of that in your life, and they're used to that type of relationships with people and those types of things. Something's coming in, and that something that's coming in is going to not just bring you strength, show you your strength. It's not another battle coming in, though. There is some coming in, some choices coming in. I will show you this set as well in a second. And this is Ace of Cups, so it's telling me there's a love offer coming in. And I will get to the further clarification in 1 second. But with this strength, again, it's that showing you it's not just the brute force of the lion's strength. If you notice, he's very gently holding this rose in his mouth. It's reminding you that you have to have both the brute force strength, that strength of being able to stand your ground, but also have the compassion and the kindness and the empathy strength. Have both in balance inside you in order to really deal with any situation in your life. Having both are very, very important. And you have finally learned that. You have learned that, and you need to take those lessons that you've learned and that ability forward in your life. There's going to be some situations coming up where you're going to need to stand your boundaries. Queen of Swords. You're going to need to hold your ground. Do so with compassion, but do so unwaveringly. You're going to be tempted. Hermit was next. You're going to be tempted to recluse afterwards. You're going to want to evaluate. And it's not wrong to evaluate as long as you remember your inner light. It's not wrong to want to make sure that you've made the best decision. Hi, H. It's just that you will don't stay there forever because of that. Because you've already learned all these lessons. And this situation is going to bring about it's more like testing. Okay, you've learned these lessons. Do you still need to keep learning them, or are you going to follow through with it? Now, the clarification on the Chariot that I wanted to get so this message was making more sense. I got Ace of Cups, which is love offer, coming in. The next cards out were Two of Swords. You're in your head. You're not sure which way you want to go, what to do. You're getting a couple offers, I think, not just necessarily one. There are a couple things coming in, and you're in your head. You're confused. You're not sure. Two of Pentacles, you need to remember to balance, which is what this Strength card was. The Strength card was balancing the brute force anger of the lion and also the strength, that brute force, because that brute force and anger is a strength. And so is compassion and kindness. Both strengths. Both are strengths, and both are very important to remember and to balance. In this case, Two of Pentacles, you have to be able to balance your work and your social and your work and your spiritual. I love this one because if you notice this one here, it's like a little purse or coin bag, however you want to look at it. She's got on a string right here, and it's already here. And this other one is almost identical, but it's kind of in the spiritual realm. And she's learning to balance both. So you've got to be able to balance both your emotional and physical, or your spiritual and the physical. You've got to be balancing both in your case. Seven of Pentacles. putting the work in to get effort. You're putting the work in and you're getting effort. Hi, Hannah Dolcet. How are you doing? Putting the work in and getting stuff out of it, but still that work, because you don't just get things. You've got to put work in both ways. Six of Cups, you're kind of reminiscing. You're reminiscing about old times, and you might even kind of rose-colored glasses some situations. Good. I'm glad you're doing great. And having those rose-colored glasses is helpful, not helpful. It's good to remember the good times and to be in a happy place, but also remember the things that you've learned from those times going forward. So this is really beautiful. And there's a lot of needing to balance and get in balance with yourself, but it feels a lot like you already know how to do that. And I don't like to say that you're being tested. It's just you're having some offers come up and you've got to decide what you want to do. And you're going to make the choice that's best for you. There is no, even if you choose a path that turns out to be similar to the one you've already been on, that was what was best for you in that moment, and you will learn what you need to learn down that path. If you choose a different path, that'll be what's best for you, and you will learn things from that, because we're always learning, which isn't bad. It's a good thing to always learn. And I don't like using tests, or I don't like when people are like, well, if you keep choosing the same things, you're going to get the same things. Yes, but also you're going to do what's best for you. No matter what you do, it is what's best for you in that time, because it's what you chose. That's the point of free will. We get that option to make those choices. And no matter what we do, it is best for us in that time, because there's obviously something we're learning from it. This is kind of cautionary to a certain degree, along with this aspect of the Two of Swords. You're in your own head over these decisions. You're not making a choice because you're stuck in your own head. In the Six of Cups being a cautionary one, it's that it's good to remember the good times, but also don't get lost in those, because there was probably things you had to learn from them. And if you just focus on only the highlights, a lot of times we forget the lessons. Sorry, I have another phone right here so I can watch the video as well, and so I can read your guys' comments. Otherwise, I have to be jumping up here. And it's humorous to me to watch my hands and my dramatics to the side. That's why I was laughing. All right. Hello and welcome in. How are you guys doing? Please, if you comment and interact, that would be great. If not, that's fine. I'm really just kind of shuffling my decks and getting messages. Some of them might be for you. I'm guessing if you've came in and stayed for a little bit, you've probably gotten something. Hopefully. Oh, I hear a frog. I need to, do a short live, or maybe I'll just do a short and show you guys my flowers. My lavender is so pretty right now. I have two little lavenders, and they've got so many blooms on them right now. I love it. And then I have a couple gerberas that are getting blooms. They still have, their leaves that are they're not full fresh. They've got some blooms going, but they have some of their, kind of brown and deadened leaves from the winter. But I don't want to take those leaves off yet, because their new leaves aren't quite big enough, I don't think. So they don't look the greatest, but the flowers do. Their blooms are pretty. I love plants. It's funny, because spring and summer, I love plants. I don't like the heat, and the sun and I are not always friends. But I do like plants and fresh produce, which is coming. Hello and welcome in. I am going to go, I've got 2 more decks to shuffle and see what messages they have for us. If you've got any questions, feel free. Donations aren't required, but would be greatly appreciated. And if you want a guaranteed personal reading, then a donation will definitely guarantee a personal reading for you. Otherwise, just hang out and see what the cards have to say. There might be messages for you. Thank you for being here. I greatly appreciate everybody's interactions. And consider subscribing. That would be awesome. I'm trying really hard to get to 1,000 by the end of this year. It would be really cool, I think, to have some more subscribers. It would be great to be able to reach and help that many people. I love working with the cards and helping people. Let's see. Angels, Guardians, Guide. What messages do we have? What messages do we have? Also, if you have subscribed, consider commenting. Ooh, 4 of Cups. Again, with that, this one isn't so much focused on negative. We had 5 of Cups, which is focusing on the negative and not noticing the positives. This isn't necessarily focusing on the negative as much as it is staring at these things that we don't want and being like, man, why is this what we've got? And we're ignoring that cup right here, which some people consider it the Ace of Cups, but we're ignoring the cup that's being offered to us. At the split, just because I stopped with one, is 3 of Cups, which is celebrations and fun and community. In this deck, it doesn't always look like that to me. It kind of looks more like a gossip session that people aren't fond of. But, so take it as it will for you. Because I am a believer of knowing the definitions of which each of the cards are, but also knowing that every deck is written differently. It's written with the author's interpretation of the deck. And then 8 of Pentacles. Takes work to get stuff. You're putting in the work. You are getting rewards, but you are putting in the work. And you have to know that no one else is going to do that work for you. You have to do that work to get those rewards. All right. I'm going to see what else this deck has for us. A lot of these readings have been focusing on that mental state and working on remembering the positives and looking for the good in your life. As I shoot cards everywhere. 2 of Wands. Looking out into the world, getting ready to take your own adventure, deciding where to go, knowing that the world is your oyster and you just gotta work for it. Man, that's a lot of cards. I'm not taking all of those cards. I'm going, if they needed to come out, they'll come out again. They didn't even flip over, and I feel like it was a me error. Sorry. Queen of Wands. Ooh. Follow your passions. Know that the world is your oyster. Follow your passions and put in the work and the steps towards it. Go forward. Let yourself go forward with what you want to do. Queen of Wands. Be in control of your passions. Know what you're doing. Love that. Also, know how to... I don't want to use the word control your passions. It would be control your anger, but know how to be in control of yourself. Know how to recognize and follow your passions, but don't overreact. Don't over-respond. Use them to your benefit, not to your fault. I think if you stop ignoring what is being given, if you stop ignoring what the universe is giving you, whatever this cup is, it could be a love offer, it could be a job offer. It's just something that, again, would be in your passions. It's something that you really, really want. You're just not recognizing it as that. It's being offered to you, but you're not seeing it. Once you stop ignoring it and you start taking the necessary steps and actions towards it and start moving in that direction, you're going to find yourself on top of it. It's all going to start coming together for you, and it's going to be beautiful, but you have to stop ignoring what's being offered. Sometimes we ignore it because we want like the full picture, boom, right there. But it takes work to get there, and that was comically the split when this card came out. Was, I remember 8 of Pentacles, and I'm not remembering what the other card was. Does anybody else remember exactly? I remember 8 of Pentacles, which is that aspect of you have to put the work in for it. And I think that that's part of why we're ignoring this cup that's being offered to us, because we're like, I want this $1 million right this second. And instead of the $1 million being offered, we're being offered a path to get to that $1 million. And we have to follow it, and we have to put in the work and the effort to get there. It's ours for the taking, but we have to take the steps into getting it, and we have to go that way, and we're going to have to put the work in. It's kind of what this is feeling like. But once we start doing that, we're going to be on top of it. That's beautiful. I love that. And it is always a good reminder that you have to put effort in as well. The universe is offering it to you, but it takes some work. And we're not looking at it because it isn't like that $1 million check and you just sign it. It's like something that will get us to that check, but we just don't know how we're going to get it. Or it's a love offer, but we're not seeing it at that moment. We're not seeing it for whatever reason. It could easily be we're not seeing it because it's going to take some effort into it. It's something new that we haven't done. And yes, you have to put the work in. All right. Let's see what this deck is. And then we're going to get... I started with the Oracle cards, but we're going to end with the Oracle cards as well. Angels, guardians, guides. Messages do you have for us? What messages do you have for me to do here? What messages do you have for us? Whoa. Also, if you're here, if you've been in any of my other lives, they're going to go public. I have them uploaded, but they're set as private, and I'm going to open them public so people can revisit, because I do a lot of readings that I think might be helpful for others in these lives. And I've been doing them instead of videos. Truthful, analytical, outspoken, Page of Air. 8 of Fire, speed, activity, multitasking. 4 of Air, meditation, recuperation, contemplation. Something is coming in fast. Something that might be a harsh truth, actually. It's going to be very truthful. It's an offer. Ooh. Oh, dreamer, beginning, believing, protected. Something's coming in really fast. It could be a person who's truthful and outspoken, or it could just be a job offer. It could be something, but something's coming in that's going to send you, you're going to need to take some time to think on it. You're going to need to recuperate. You're going to need to contemplate. Take some time to think on it, but it's a brand new beginning. It's coming in fast. Speed, activity, and multitasking. 8 of Fire, which is 8 of Wands. Something's coming in that's going to be possibly slightly a harsh truth. I keep hearing harsh truth. So there's going to be something that's going to be very truthful. It might be a little bit hard to swallow, and you're going to need to spend some time thinking on it and recouping over it. You're going to be fine. It's good. It is a very good thing. It's going to be sending you at the dreamer. It's going to be the beginning. It's also the Fool card. It's going to be sending you on a new beginning, and it's going to be a good beginning, and you are protected, as this card says, but you're going to need to take a little bit of time to think about it. Go ahead and take a little bit of recoup time, some time to think on it, but don't be too slow. You're going to be happy that you've gone, that it's happened. It's just going to be a little hard right at first. Because you can't unsee what you looked at. Moon was right here, which is intuition, illusion, and revelation. I think whatever's coming in, you already kind of know. You've already got some thoughts on it, but it's coming out. And then 8 of Earth, which is 8 of Pentacles. Education, focus, and details. You've got to put the work in to get anything out. Put the work in and you'll get stuff out, but nobody can do all the work for you. You've got to do the work as well. All right. Let's get a Moonology. We're going to start with Moonology. Then we're going to do Whispers of Healing. And then we will end with Secret Woods. Angels, guardians, guides, what Moonology message do you have? And then I'm also going to do the Oracle shorts today, I think. But what Moonology message do you have? A time for healing, balsamic moon. That is the Moonology. Let's see what whispers of healing we get. Whoa, there is too many. Especially things that I think I'm the only person in here. What whispers of healing message do we have? Sort of bummed I missed Melissa. Maybe she'll make another one. Hopefully I can do another live tomorrow. We'll see who else makes it in. Actually, I did Whispers of Healing and Secret Woods earlier, so I'm going to go ahead and go. Thank you all for being here. Bye.